DDP, the pride of South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis, had a massive win this past weekend over Derek Brunson. He's now in the mix. 185, he has arrived. He's joining us before he flies home. Let's say hello to DDP. Hello, Dricus. How are you?
What is up? I just love that introduction.
Yes. And look at you wearing the uniform.
I have arrived.
Wearing the uniform
Absolutely.
at the airport, just so everyone can notice you, right?
Everybody should, they should know.
Is it a comfortable outfit?
Right. It's a very comfortable outfit.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it sits a little different if you got the losing end of the stick, I guess.
That's right. That's right. Now you can wear it with pride. You are rolling. By the way, are you headed back to South Africa or Florida?
Yeah, no, I'm heading back to South Africa. Going to celebrate with family, see the parents, you know. I have a whole country that's excited to see me, and I'm so excited to see them. Can't wait to be back.
Could you tell me how long is that journey? How many hours in the air?
So I would be flying around 6 hours to New York, and it's a 15-hour flight from New York to South Africa.
Jesus. So you arrive at what time and what day? What, Thursday evening?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Because it's 10-hour time difference, and then it's like I'm flying back a day, and then I'm flying forward. I'm not even sure anymore, but I'm getting around, I think, Thursday evening.
Okay.
When I'm arriving.
The flight is a little more manageable after a big win, right?
100%. Coming here is hard.
Yeah.
But, going back home with a win in the pocket, I can spend some time on a plane with my own thoughts.
I love it. I love it. And you deserve that. So a big win on a big card for you. How would you assess your performance? How did you feel about the body of work, the win over Derek Brunson?
I've watched some footage. I haven't watched the official fight, but I've watched some fan footage. I saw some videos that like people took from the crowd, and obviously there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of good stuff. Mostly people are loving it. I just beat the number 5 ranked fighter in the world, so I can't be too critical at this stage. But there's always mistakes to be fixed. I mean, even at this level, I lost that first round purely because of one mistake. One mistake. I didn't lose the fight. He caught my leg, and at the level, it just made me realize once again, it doesn't matter what. One mistake like that could have cost me that fight.
Yeah. And why did that mistake happen, in your opinion?
Call it a lapse of concentration. I kicked into the body in the beginning of the fight. I don't know why I would kick the body of a wrestler in the first opening seconds of the fight, but it did happen. Sometimes, once you get in the muscle memory, I mean, I like to kick, and I kicked him, and I shouldn't have. The low kicks were working great, and that's where I should have stuck for the first round at least, especially fighting a wrestler like Derek Brunson. And then I did I kicked for his body too early. It's a silly mistake. We all make mistakes, and next performance I'll be even better and polish out those little mistakes.
The main thing I guess I heard from a criticism standpoint was the gas tank. Did you get tired in the first round?
First round, yes, but not at all like in the Darren Till fight. Not at all. No, I felt good. Listen, the pace was insane. The pace was absolutely ridiculous, and it was a very power intensive round because there was a lot of wrestling. Like he was on my back, then I was on top, and then he was on top. So I guess fatigued is a better word. I was feeling better at the end of the second round than in the end of the first. The first round the pace was really insane.
Wow.
Second round, I really started landing some good shots, and the pace was extremely high. I looked at the stuff that I saw. I was like, cool. Yeah, of course I'm tired. Both of us are. Like, if you spend some time with me in there, you'll realize why I'm tired. It's a full speed fight.
Sure.
And by the end of the second, I didn't know the fight was over. My corner came in and they were like, "Do you want a chair?" And I said, "Well, of course I want a chair. It's the break." And my coach was like, "No, he doesn't want a chair." I'm like, "When did we discuss this?" Like, I need a chair. I want to, and give me some advice. I guess I'm doing everything perfect because he's not. And he looked at me almost and he said, "Oh, aren't you happy you won the fight?" And I didn't believe him. I went to the commission guy and said, "This is the fight over." And that's only when I started celebrating because I didn't know the fight was over. I just thought, my man, you are going to have the worst third round of your life. I just thought because I could feel he was fighting that whole second round and I was ready to come out in that third round. It wasn't necessary for him to take any more damage. And I'm glad they stopped the fight.
Yeah. Just one more thing on the cardio. Is there anything you could do to make your cardio better, or is that just something that you're born with?
I'm gonna, there's always something to do. There's always have to be better, fitter, stronger. Come out. The more composed I stay, the less tired I get. And obviously, I'm going home. I'm definitely fixing my nose. My nose, both sides, is completely screwed up right now.
Wow.
But
Broken?
yeah, my nose well, it's been broken for years. On one side, there's no air coming in on one side, and it's getting worse. But I'm fixing it now when I get home. I was actually supposed to fix it in January, and then obviously I got the fight, and it was such a big opportunity. I couldn't say no, and I was like, okay, well, let's postpone that operation because breathing through my nose is impossible. I'll show you. Look at this.
Whoa.
Work.
Wow. So people fixating on you breathing out of your mouth, it's because you can't actually breathe through your nose on the best of days.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you fight like that?
By breathing through your mouth and looking super tired the whole time.
Oh my gosh. But I mean that has got to be such a hindrance.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. But when everything happened so fast with my whole UFC career, I got the first call and it was like fight camp. I didn't even fight that much because people pulled out. There was a lot of fake cancellations, but it's been one massive fight camp. But I did fight 3 times in the past 6-7 months.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really time to fix this, and I really wanted to do it after the Till fight because I thought it was going to be a little bit of a break. And when they came with this opportunity, I said, "Well, let's wait till after this one."
Sure.
And I guess it helped. People keep underestimating me and just think this guy's just getting tired, like he's getting too tired. The next guy he fights, he's not going to get tired, and then he's going to be this guy. He's going to gas out, and this guy's going to beat him. Doesn't work like that. Like everybody else I fight get tired too.
By the way, how's your sleep? If you can't breathe through your nose, I mean, are you struggling when you sleep?
I actually sleep pretty well, but from a medical standpoint, there has to be some trouble, right? There has to be some trouble for me sleeping. But in generally, I'm a pretty good sleeper. I get my 8 hours a night.
Okay, good to hear. The ending was fascinating because, like you said, it was time to stop it. But we saw something that we often don't ever see in MMA, which is a corner throwing in the towel. We never. I mean, it's so rare. I could think of Diaz Thompson back in the day. I think that was 2013 off the top of my head. I mean, it maybe it's happened 5 times in UFC history, if that. Were you I know you just said you didn't see it, but in retrospect, surprised that it came to that?
Yeah. There was definitely a stage in the fight I thought I was going to get a standing TKO because it was give and take the whole time. And when I eventually caught him and he just went down, I thought, okay, this is going to be the end. And great reffing by Hernandez. I guess if he did stop it, it would have been a problem. But I'm glad he didn't stop it and while standing because that's always controversial for me. And his one cornerman came in and I didn't see the towel at all. I just saw his one cornerman going, no, it's over. And I looked at him and I was like, is this fight over? And the other cornerman, as far as I know, my recollection, right in the moment, said no. Like he tried to stop the
oh wow,
them stopping the fight. And so, in my opinion, and Herb never did this, but I saw the fight afterwards, and I said he did. As soon as I turned my back, he waved the fight off. I didn't see it.
Okay.
So, but I'm glad that they did that, and like you said, it's something that very rarely happens. I'm a big fan of MMA, and that's something you very, very rarely see.
And just curious, at this point in the game, in the sport, do you think that we should see more of this stuff? Do you think, like in boxing, do you think we should see more of it?
I think it depends from fighter to fighter. I think as a coach, you know your fighter. You know when he's taking punishment, and then you know when he's taking ridiculous amount of strikes. When it becomes dangerous, and it definitely differs from person to person. If you're a coach and you know your fighter, which you're supposed to do, it's a smart thing, I guess. Like the thing is, me as a fighter, I can't go and say, Coach, I want you to throw in the towel if I'm in trouble, because I can't see that. Every fighter would probably say, I could have taken more. But I guess that's what makes it so hard to be a great coach, because you have to make that call.
Isn't it weird though that we see it in boxing all the time and we never see it in MMA? Why do you think that is?
I think the reason for that is in boxing, you can take more damage without being knocked unconscious. That's purely, I think, that because like you can be jabbed all day with a boxing glove and probably not go down. Whereas with an MMA glove, if you start taking big hits, you're probably going out. You're probably getting knocked out. And there's so many ways to finish you. I mean, somebody's as tough as he wants to be. With an MMA glove, if I catch it 2 or 3 times as hard as I can, you're going down.
Mm.
And I think in boxing with the padded glove, I think that makes a big difference.
Where does this win leave you now?
I got a takedown on Derek Brunson. It leaves me there for sure. And, it was a big statement. It was something that I really wanted to do. I really set out in the fight. Somewhere in this fight, I'm going to get a takedown, and that's what I said. The first time I tried, he came forward and stuffed it. But as far as my career, where it puts me is, I'm a force to be reckoned with in the 185 division. I have the longest active winning streak. I am the guy in the division putting up my hand furthest of anybody, and I'm just enjoying it, man. I'm loving every single moment of this. So, logistically, I don't know what they're going to do. They're probably waiting for the Adesanya Pereira fight. That the whole division is almost waiting to see what's going to happen. And for me, like I said, I'm really enjoying this win. I'm enjoying the journey that I've been with the UFC. I've only had a great time, and let's see who they come up next. I really hope they come with another fun fight, because everybody that's been giving me has been fun fight. There's been fighters that come out there to bang, and I'm not interested in any boring fight. I'm in there to have bangers, and it's always been.
We were talking about the state of the division before this fight, and my theory was, because Izzy has fought the majority of the top guys, if he beats Alex in a month from today in Miami, April 8th, I feel like there's a chance, correct me if you think this is a little bit too crazy, I feel like there's a chance they do you versus him.
I think so. I don't think that is too far-fetched at all. That's why I'm saying the whole division is waiting to see what happens there, and everything just opened up. Everything just, like I said, I've been having a great time with the journey, and I think everything will work out the way it should, and it has been, and it's going to keep on working out that way. And I think now, this South African guy that most people in the division, I think, especially at the top, didn't even take note of. Now they know.
Yeah.
Do you think now they know?
They know for sure. Is there any chance Alex wins in a month and it's you versus Alex?
Absolutely. I think there's definitely a chance of him winning. I think Izzy wins the fight.
Okay.
But, with Alex Pereira, like with that guy, you can just never count him out. You've seen that so many times, and it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins that fight, but I'm more than happy to whoever wins the fight step in there and face him. Alex Pereira fight is something that gets me very, very excited. But obviously, fighting a name like Izzy was one of the best middleweights to ever do it up until now would also be great. So either for me, it makes literally no difference which one wins and which one I get to fight.
But I'm wondering if you're rooting for Izzy, because if Izzy wins, maybe that opens the path for you to get there sooner.
I think that happens probably. I think I'm probably biased.
Yeah. No, I mean, because he has fought all the top guys and Alex hasn't. So you're the next guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fought. I'm the only guy in the top 5 he hasn't fought.
Right. By the way, how about them? I mean, I know you spoke a little bit about this before, but you're on the prelims, Bo Nickel on the main card. How do we feel about that now that it's all, now that it's all done?
I don't even know how I feel about it. Like, I came in there. I just beat number 5 in the world. Where I placed on the card doesn't really matter to me.
Okay.
It's not going to make a difference to what I get paid. And I don't think they meant it in a disrespectful way. I think there was a lot of hype about Nickel, especially in the United States. He's a big name, being I think 3-time NCAA champion. Sure, makes sense, and for them to do it, but like the only thing I can do is keep on performing and keep on entertaining the people, and until I earned my spot. And I knew it was going to be harder. Being not being American, I guess has its downsides. If you're fighting in the UFC, where predominantly the crowd is American, but the crowd has been absolutely all the fans have been absolutely accepting of me, and having a great time. They treat me extremely, extremely well. They show me a lot of love. But the only thing I can do is show up, perform, and give the fans a great show.
Well, I feel like your days of fighting on the prelims are coming to an end with wins like that.
I I felt that before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I feel like you can't be denied now. By the way, one last thing. It seems like Dana White is really hung up on this idea of going to Africa. And he keeps mentioning it. He said on Saturday, before I'm gone from this job, I want to go back to Africa. That's like or not back. I want to go to Africa. And so I'm wondering how you feel. I mean, you're on the ground over there, not literally right now, but that's your home base. Do you think maybe by the end of 2024 there'll be an event in Africa?
I hope before that. I hope we can see an event like maybe early 2024.
Okay.
I know he was really set on doing it at the end of in this year, still in 2023, but maybe that's not happening. But I hope we can do it before the end of 2024. I would like to see that happen in the next maybe year, maybe 18 months, because it would mean the world to me, and I would love to be a flag carrier in that event and be a big part of the reason that event happens.
Oh yeah, it would be fantastic. Well, you are on a roll, my friend. I appreciate you doing this from the airport. Buckle up for a nice long journey, but you'll be able to sleep good, hopefully, with your nose, blocked like that. But at least on the high from the win on Saturday, another big win for you. You continue to roll. So congratulations on that. Well done, and safe travels home, and enjoy the victory back home.
Appreciate it so much, man. Thank you so much for having me again.
There he is, Dricus Du Plessis, DDP.